Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about what was probably the biggest project that I had ever done. It is of course Khorne, Lord of Skulls. It is the biggest by far in terms of scale. I put out some of my models out here to compare. We have a pack of Berserkers, we have some Exalted 8-bound here, and a pack of 10 Jackals, as well as Big Daddy Angron over there. As you can see, it is way bigger than any of these models. So as you well know, it has the most number of parts as well. It took, I believe, more than 200 hours to build and to paint. I think there's a lot of people out there who took a lot less time to build it and paint it, but the way in which I wanted to do it took a ridiculous amount of time. And so I'll kind of briefly go through what I did to paint this. If you guys are interested, stay tuned. But please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below what you think of my Khorne, Lord of Skulls. So let's take a look at the model here. It is a very long model, not just tall and big, but also really wide and really long. I did have a friend help me magnetize the head and also magnetize the hands, the arms, I mean. The weapons are also just blue tacked on, so I could replace it with another weapon if I wanted to. This was painted before it was assembled, or partially painted before it was assembled, just because I wanted to get into every nook and cranny. For example, we have these like blood tanks, little blood tanks that I wanted to paint correctly before I actually assembled everything. And then you have these really large blood tanks in the back that took a long time to paint as well. But this was a project that I knew I wanted to spend the time and the effort to build, because it's such a beautiful model. It's really well designed, and yeah, I really wanted to do a good job, and so I really I just wanted to take all of the time to perfect it. So yeah, I started with painting all of the parts. Obviously I assembled some of the things like these tracks, and I think some of these parts that are inside of the vehicle. I also assembled things like the tank. So it's more of a sub-assembly process. And then I undercoated everything black. And then I had a friend of mine help me with the red undercoat. So this is, again, a double undercoat. It's black with, I think, Mephiston red over the top. So you do see these like gradations from red to darker red to black. It did turn out a little bit rough, to be honest, in the beginning. But after undercoating, after fully painting everything and then washing it, and then also sealing it with a coat, it actually looks really good. I like the way, I really like the way it looks. So there's a lot that I learned in painting this. First is that it takes a lot of time and effort, more than what probably one would imagine, at least in the way that I did it. There are people out there who want to get it done quick, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. You could just assemble it and then do an undercoat of red, and then maybe just dry brush everything on and then just paint the trim, which would take a lot less time. But the way that I did it, I wanted to paint every little detail. Like you see the spine over here. If you had assembled everything and then painted it, it would be really difficult to get to the spine and to everything that's inside. Especially these little tanks, I think, would be impossible to get to. But a friend of mine did tell me if you're painting and you don't want the hassle of painting it before you put it together, then one option would be to just leave everything black that you can't reach, which is also a good option if you have a project like this and you want to go that route. That is absolutely fine. But this is the the way that I did it, and I'm fully happy. These blood tanks turned out quite well, I think. I did put a layer of art coat. I think it's actually 2 or 3 layers of art coat to give it that sort of glass look, and obviously this little orb thing as well. So it's glossy on purpose because I wanted it to have the effect of old glass, and art coat was absolutely perfect. I did get some help, as I said earlier, with magnetization. I've never magnetized any of my models. I have magnetized my bases, but not my models. So this, I wanted a friend who was an expert in magnetizing to help me with that. So the arms are movable. This one's especially tight because it's actually a really heavy part. And yeah, and this one's a little more loose, but it's still perfectly fine. I did go for the glow effect on the skull. I don't know if I really like it, but since the arm is removable, I can always just repaint that. Yeah, and then I have these glowy things here within. It makes it look like he's just completely molten on the inside. Let's see. So yeah, everything took about a total of 200 hours. That goes for building it, and then painting it, and then assembling it, and yeah, and then doing final touch-ups. I think the tanks alone took like maybe even like a week to do. And then you have these like small little parts that you have to paint as well. It would be really difficult to paint them once you put it on because yeah, the angles that you would have to get to. This thing isn't super light because it's so big. It is hollow on the bottom, but it's not hollow here. It's just full, and I don't know how you would actually paint that if it was already assembled. It would be pretty tough to do. So I think I went for the right things here. Yeah, I think it's looking great. I can replace the head anytime. I can replace the face anytime. I can replace the weapons anytime. So originally I wanted a sort of more like a brighter red where I would probably just layer it with Evil Suns or something, or maybe even just Mephiston red. It would look a lot brighter, but then when I started actually painting it, I realized that this actually looks great. The darker red actually makes the glow a lot more, it makes the glow stand out a lot more. It makes the eyes stand out a lot more, and I think it looks just fantastic. And then of course I could bring up the gold as well by highlighting it with another color, but then it would actually make the glow and the red sort of be too dark compared to the gold. So I think this is already perfect. I'm probably not going to do anything else to this. I did put a layer of coating. I think it's I sprayed it twice with a matte coating, and it actually helps the paint to smoothen out, and I think it looks perfect. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is a kind of a short video. I will be making more videos talking about my models. I spent months and months painting, so I wanted to showcase my army in a more detailed way. This is the first of those videos, so please stay tuned, and don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave comments down below. I am working on a video about how to make your 2,000 point army for World Eaters, so stay tuned for that. I'll see you on the next one.